Hi everyone, I'm Megan Benanti and I've got your reading for today. So this is for all my devil lovers out there in January of 2021. So let's see what we've got for you guys. Exciting new month, and so your focus is there's a lot on family still. So coming out of holidays, but making sure everybody's okay. There's also a lot of nostalgic feelings about this. So even if you're not actually talking to the person, you're thinking about them. These are people that you grew up with and that have loved you and been with you over time. And you know, devil lovers in general, you guys are very collective thinkers. You think about how your decisions affect other people and kind of navigate your life based around those relationships. And so it makes sense that, you know, after holidays, you're still sort of processing this. Although I do see this as a positive. It's kind of navigating how you might be moving forward with some of those people. Now, your career, though, I also feel like there's some healing that's going on in there. It feels like it was a little bit difficult. Something happened last year, and you're moving away from this now. And you know, you might be taking a step back, or someone else is taking a step back and allowing you or allowing them to shine a little more and to not be so overbearing. And you know, your devil energy, that can be overbearing. Also, if your lover's energy is in reverse, so you know what that looks like for you. But you can also be super sensitive if someone else is doing it to you. So just acknowledge that, okay, January is going to be better in this situation at work. It's not going to be so uncomfortable. So that seems really important for you and for your growth. Now, I feel like as I'm looking at part of what you want to like accomplish this month, you don't even know what you want this month. And of course, that's devil lovers. Sometimes you guys can struggle with making those decisions. What do I want for myself? And you know, this month, maybe it's really about enjoying the month and not having to define what that is. You know, we're always on our path. And so with that, you know, you just trusting where you are. And I want you to not get caught up that you have to know exactly what you want right now. You get a free pass for January. There's gonna be other times where that might show up. But January is really about being in the moment and feeling stable. And this is in your personal life. And so, you know, if you're dating, you know, and you've got yourself, maybe you're just dabbling in different dating apps and kind of seeing what's out there. If you're in a relationship, it's like, okay, well, let's enjoy the time we have together. Let's make dinner, let's watch a movie, just kind of hanging out and seeing what happens there. But not having, you know, a particular tie to the outcome of it. All right, now with work, things at work might be slowing down, but also feeling a little more out of your control. And if you've got people working under you, I feel like the main thing I want you to focus on is unifying that team together and, you know, working as a unit and letting them know they can rely on you, but without being over controlling or overbearing. And so then they can kind of thrive doing their job. So this is really, again, it's about taking a step back and flowing with the energy that's coming through on its own. If work is slow for you and you're feeling a little stagnant in that area, this might be time to think about how you might navigate a new direction with that as well. It doesn't have to be a long-term direction. It might be just like, okay, how can I stimulate business this month? And know that, you know, as you take action in that people will follow you and that you have good decision-making capabilities. So trust yourself on this. I feel like this can be a real powerful shift for your energy here. Now the challenges, well, on the personal life, it feels like you're expecting things to get more difficult. And you know, this might be going back to some of that family stuff we were looking at earlier too. There is a sense you seem to feel alone, and that's, that in and of itself can be difficult when we are lonely. It's a very painful place to be, and that's one of the things that shifts. When you're married, you can still be lonely when you're married, but generally knowing that you've got someone to be your partner and be with you really allows some freedom in that energy. But this is one of those times where I feel like if you are in a relationship, you're isolating a little bit. And part of that, it's like you're steeling yourself against something really difficult. And it's like, well, I don't want to drag everybody else down with me. I got to do this on my own. And I would encourage you to maybe think about that differently, because part of the Devil Lovers is about connecting with others and allowing each other to build each other up and allowing your angels to intervene and help you. And so, for you to isolate feels, well, you're gonna make it that much harder. Like, ask for help. Don't be afraid to do that. Now in work though, you've got a female here who's a little bit on the critical side. This might be you, this might be somebody you're dealing with. And I also feel that their emotional nature is just spilling over. They generally do a great job at being professional, but something has gone awry and in their own personal lives, and that's affecting who they are at the workplace. This feels like it's particularly difficult for you to navigate, and I want you to work on your levels of patience and watching what you say. And part of your nature too is to be so genuine and honest and open about who you are. And so when someone like a Queen of Swords is coming at you with a sword out, it's like, whoa, like I don't have the resiliency to deal with this. So, it's also, for you, it's going to be drawing some boundaries about what's healthy for you and not healthy for you. Because, if you feel defenseless around this person, maybe you don't need to be around them. So let's kind of look into that as you proceed through the month and see how that feels, how you're navigating with her through this time period. Okay. Surprises. Okay, sorry. You've got some restless sleep coming. So do some self-care as far as helping yourself to get a better night's rest. So some of the things I recommend, herbal remedies like, of course there's melatonin, but there's also blends like deep sleep is one of my favorites. There's teas that can help with that too, and just help you to have a more restful sleep. Sometimes a hot bath to unwind the muscles can help you to sleep more deeply. Advil can help you, especially if you have aches and pains, that you can definitely get better rest. But the main thing too, you might be needing to really do a brain dump. Like you're taking your thoughts and ideas to bed with you, and this is causing anxiety and restless nights. You have just an unpleasant level of expectations for yourself. And I'm like, let go of these expectations. You don't need to go in that direction. It's like they've got a grip on you, and it's like, oh, it's not healthy. So, shed responsibilities that aren't yours and really think, what, do I have to have that done? And it's a hard thing to navigate that, because we do, we feel like we need to be in control to create the change and that kind of thing. But I want you to kind of allow yourself some breathing room and deeper rest as you can. And just know, at the end of the day, sleep is a requirement for the body to survive. So even if you're having restless nights and you're feeling like poop all day long, eventually you're gonna get the sleep you need, and you'll move through that, and you'll just sack out, because the body has to have it. And so no matter how much you worry about it, inevitably it will happen on its own. All right, now, now work just feels like it's a little more in balance, and that, for whatever reason, that seems surprising after all you've kind of been through looking at your other work stuff here. So, and there's a sense of working together in unity, and you're not feeling quite so isolated in this. So I definitely see this idea of teamwork that's happening. And everybody's working towards the bigger picture here. It's very collective, which should be comforting to you as a devil lovers, because I do think you tend to think in that way. And know that everybody's working towards kind of the greater good, whatever that is for your business. So that seems important. A lot of good healing that's happening. Okay. Now, if you're in a relationship, I do think you're kind of questioning, what do I have to offer here? And so, and part of that is for you to figure that out. Part of your soul's challenge this month is, how do I allow my partner to grow and not leave them? And so there is a little bit of a pause, and you stepping back and allowing maybe the rebirth of your partner to happen. But it might also be, if this is someone within the family, for some of you, there could be a real sense of loss that you're dealing with. A pet, a grandparent, something like that. And so it's acknowledging that there is nothing you can do. And that's part of why we might be seeing some of this drama about grief and nostalgia. So if there is a loss, we have to accept sort of our helplessness in that. And that's where your growth will be. And that will be where your gift is for the person or being that has passed on, is letting them go and allowing them to move into the light and shine in that area. If you haven't lost someone and you're just still trying to figure this out, like, what am I supposed to give a relationship here? It's about their rebirth and allowing them to grow and shine, and you just be the light that helps to illuminate them on this journey. That's a great gift of sacrifice in many ways. To not ask anything of our partner and to just be the one who gives and allow them to need. All right, now self-care. Oh, I love this. Okay, good for you. Good balance with self-care. We've got temperance, so totally where you want to be. Good hydration. I don't have a problem if you're having a few drinks here and there, because you seem to be pretty moderate about it. It's all about balance. So balance with exercise and nutrition, and how you're spending your time. Also, and the self-care that you need, as far as I mentioned, taking a hot bath earlier. This definitely is coming up in this image. What relaxation looks like to you seems to be very important in January, so honor that. All right, and then, oh, I love this. Okay, so for you to be able to pay it forward to others, this is coming out of your comfort zone. It's exploring new ideas. Maybe it's donations. You might be taking on a volunteer project or opportunity this month, and it's like, okay, I'd like to help others, but I want to do something that I haven't done before. And so this is sort of a new experimentation. And I feel like it's going to be a cool exploration for you. So just kind of get out there and see what looks like it might be a fit. Part of this to me is going to be navigating things that you might want to be doing in the future and more long term. I think how we pay it forward is a significant part of who we are and how we're present for others. But for you, it feels like it's kind of walking away from traditional thinking and maybe looking at exploring that in different areas and how you can be there and be present for others. So go for it, because that looks awesome. All right, everyone. So that is our reading for our devil lovers today. And please let me know if you have any comments or feedback that can help me to do a better job on this journey. I'm navigating through YouTube for the first time. And by myself, had other people do it for me before. So anything that's constructive, I appreciate. If you want to book a personal reading, you can check out my website at tarotdallas.com. If you want to know more about me, there's information on there as well. And I look forward to seeing you guys again in February. Take care now. Bye-bye.